TTM, though.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Coach, if you want to open us up, please.
Yeah, it's always a tall task to come in here on senior night and compete up against a very talented team. I'm very happy with parts of the game in terms of, showing some toughness and grit and fighting back and cutting it to 3 after we were down at least 18-1 at one point. We have to make sure we don't put ourselves in that situation moving forward. That's just too big of a hole to overcome. We outscored them by 10 in the second half, but we were down 20 in the first. So, but, give them credit. They came out to play. For us, we have to pull the good and have a short memory and get prepared to go on a run once we get to Indy.
Go ahead.
What was the message at halftime and any possible adjustments have them come out so well in the second half?
The message was we have to do a better job of winning the fight. They came out and they made some threes. Bingham hit a couple 3 threes, and we banked one of them in. But that happens after you make 1 or 2 of them. And their team was shooting at too high of a clip for our liking. We weren't disruptive enough defensively. But it was just, hey, come out, we got to win the fight. That's the first thing we talk about is let's make sure we give ourselves a chance by bringing the fight.
Was there anything that happened at halftime or anything in your guys that made you feel like they were going to come out and fight the way they did?
We've been fighting all year. That's one thing that we're proud of as a staff, that these guys have continued to show grit and determination regardless of situations for the most part. And so, that was a challenge, and those guys came out and answered that to a certain extent. Obviously not enough for us to get the win.
And I guess when you look at offensively and defensively, but those first 10 minutes, what was just not going?
We had opportunities. We were 1 of 15, I think, from the 3-point line. A couple of those probably should have tried to drive the ball a little bit more, but it's also a fine line when you're playing on the road. Sometimes that is the best shot that you can get on a drive if there is some contact, and not as many calls, if you will, when they let teams play. And I thought they let the teams play in the first half.
Take a couple questions from the Zoom. Ben? You got me, Ben? Bad connection. I can't hear you, Ben. Are you talking?
Yeah, I'm talking, and Jacob Richmond
We got
is
you.
talking.
Go ahead again.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah, go Jacob.
Okay. Coach, my question is about Fats Russell. Just what was it like kind of having him in that second half be such a big threat in the backcourt to, just kind of steal the ball and completely shift the momentum of the play?
Fats is he's a young man that scored over 2,000 points in his career. He's had quite a few steals. I don't know the exact number. But defensively, he always does a good job of trying to pressure the basketball and be disruptive to their offensive flow. And he was really active, had great anticipation, great timing, got his hands on some balls and got out in transition and gave us a chance to do some things to cut into that lead.
We'll go to Ryan.
Hey, Coach, going in that stretch in the second half, I believe you guys went on like a 19-4 run that cut the lead down to 3. I was wondering, as a whole, what did you think the team did different, did defensively that allowed you guys to help you guys during that stretch?
I thought the guys just played with more grit, more toughness, more determination to find a way to come up with some stops and be a lot more disruptive than we were in the first half. Deflections, steals, we got a chance to get out in transition and score the basketball, which is always something you want to do against a team that is so good defensively like Michigan State, score in the open court before their defense gets set. And, those deflections and steals gave us that opportunity.
We'll go to Sam Ostrich.
Hey, Coach.
some of the advantages or maybe even disadvantages of having to turn around and play this team again on Thursday?
Sam, I don't know who we're playing, because somebody told me Michigan State, somebody said Michigan. Michigan State? Okay. I'm looking forward to it, you know, just because, you know, you play a team 3 times. That's you got a good feel for them. Not a lot of prep in regards to showing a lot of film, because we've been doing that all week. So, you know, we'll go back and we'll break down this game, and we'll see what new sets that they ran. We'll talk about not putting ourselves in a hole. We'll talk about the things that we did well that gave us a chance to get back into the ball game. And the biggest thing for us is knowing that where we were in the first half, we do get it down to 3. And we have to do a better job when we get a couple stops of getting that rebound and not giving up offensive rebound, and they turned it into a 3-pointer.
Time for one more, Ben.
We're good here. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Thanks. Yep. Yeah, somebody told me it was Michigan at one